We've been waiting all year for this moment right here because we're going to be making pasta from scratch. So officially, let me welcome you to the first edition of the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ching, ching, bling! And of course, they are here to turn up the heat. We've got Chef Clem and Meg Pedro. They are going to be just showering us with all the good vibes that we want, especially when it comes to the kitchen. So let's cook up a storm. Let's start with some pasta made completely from scratch. Yes, even using it from creating dough all the way to the end product. And then we're going to be layering on some comfort with some rich, cheesy bechamel sauce. It's guaranteed to warm your soul. And just when you think it can't get any better, we're going to be wrapping things up on a sweet note with a decadent homemade banana loaf. Ooh, okay. Well, again, a reminder, if you have any culinary questions, come through, join in on the discussion, send your voice notes, anything you need, we've got you covered. The number's 063-036-9649. The Pedros are here to serve us. Guys, this is your safe space, right?
Rolling up the sleeves.
Oh, it's getting serious out here.
It's safe for you. Is it safe for you?
That's the question, because listen, we asked Mzansi this question earlier about when couples are cooking in the kitchen. Is it chaos or is it a success? What's the end result for the two of you?
I think it's a must.
It's a must.
I think it's a must.
Absolutely.
Because if you think about teamwork, generally does make the dream work. How often do you get to come together with your partner to work on a project together?
Yeah,
How often?
That is true. Apart from your relationship.
Which is a permanent.
Yes.
You're permanently working on it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to cooking together, that's the one job you can do together at the end of the day, or whenever that moment is.
And you can taste the success.
Yeah,
Literally.
absolutely.
I agree with you. Listen, I was brought up in this traditional home of like maybe the mom does the cooking and the dad does the stuff in the garage in the house. It was a split, right? And I was almost thinking like I'm gonna fall into these traditions. Obviously, with time and assisting, maybe helping each other out, it's fun. It's a chance for conversation. It's a chance to get things right and wrong, but you're doing it together.
Yeah.
And it's so often in life that we are not together. So these are moments that we should take. And I think out there, Mzansi, your loved ones, your friends, your family, couples out there, use this time to solidify a relationship because
absolutely
you might become goals like this right here.
And it is like you said, back in the day, we see a lot, just used to be the moms and the aunties in the kitchen.
Yes.
The only time you would ever see the men in the kitchen was when it's part of a celebration.
Yeah.
So like that's the time when there was that mix, and that's kind of in a weird sense, we're kind of treating every day as a celebration. Then
I love that.
Everybody in the kitchen. Okay.
I love that.
So
listen.
I was joking. You guys can stay there for now. Okay. So we're gonna make
doing something
pasta.
proper, bro. This is overwhelming.
Yeah.
You're making pasta from scratch.
We are. And
only Italians do this.
Italians, and there's a bit of some Asia. I don't know about Asia. They're a little ticked off right now that you just said that. So
sorry,
Asia,
apologies.
So no, making pasta is super simple, but also made out of necessity, and it should be. If you've got an egg at home and you've got a little bit of flour, you can make pasta.
What is that?
That's it. And it's amazing to think of how much yield you'll get out of one egg and one little cup of flour.
Okay.
So, super simple.
Let's find out, yeah.
There's so many different methods for eggs, for making pasta with eggs. Essentially, some take out the yolk and only use the yolk to give you that richness. I like adding the yolk and the protein, the white, because it gives you a bit of the chewiness in there as well, plus the richness.
Okay.
So.
And it gives it that velvety, like that velvety look, right?
Absolutely. And then that's kind of like what we expect from a ramen noodle. So it's not ramen in any sense.
Yeah.
It's just got a nice chew to it.
And I think what you may be referencing there is that difference in the fiber, because I noticed with dry pasta there's a lot more fiber in there. In the sort of, let's call it wet or fresh pasta, you're getting maybe less fiber, but you're getting more protein. And I don't know if you want to call it good or bad. I think it's good cholesterol coming from the yellow in an egg and a yolk.
Oh yeah, I always think that's good.
I think nutritionally speaking that for me and my purposes, fresh pasta is perfect. And I noticed the difference when I ate it overseas. Guys, I would chow this stuff thick, breakfast, lunch, supper. I didn't pick up weight. I honestly, and I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything, I looked incredible. Physically, my body responded to it so well. I didn't bloat. There's something special about this. I don't know, Meg, when you chow this, do you feel similar feelings like...
I mean, also, when you're overseas, right, you're clocking 16,000 steps a day. So I
That's
also
true,
feel like that really does
I didn't
play
take that into account. That's a good point.
But definitely, I don't feel like anyone's stomach cramps overseas when you're having that fresh-made pasta. Is it a little bit of love? Maybe.
It's that extra bit of care that goes into it when you're having a durum wheat pasta that's been extruded from a die-cut machine.
Yes.
And it's just the love that goes into that pasta and how the dough sits before it becomes extruded. Something breaks down there, like there's fermentation that's happening, there's I'm going to say osmosis. I'm lying. There's things happening there in science, but it's true.
Osmosis, fermentation.
Once you eat that bread, you're like, whoa, why am I not bloating? This is amazing. I'll take 30 of those, please. And the same thing with the pasta. The pasta was also just, you can keep on going. It's light, it's airy. There's some magic that happens, and maybe it's the water, maybe it's the pasta, the flour. Flours are very different.
I think
And
so.
what's so nice, you do not have to be like petite about this, right? Like, look how it's literally just coming together. It's not you're not faffing and being like all.
No.
Yeah, I was going to
about
ask you, Clem, well, you need to concentrate here, but clearly you don't.
You don't. So what you're going to do now is you're going to turn this out onto your work surface. So you're going to start kneading. We're going to fast forward a little bit.
Right.
Fast forward, you're going to knead it until it becomes nice and smooth. Carissa, I see you on the side. You want to come in?
She's just staring here with bated breath. Carissa, have you ever done or seen this before?
No, only on the TV.
Okay, let's just talk about this because true story. I used my chefing skills to attract my wife, but it's a good reason to learn how to cook.
Was that the secret?
It's a really good reason to learn how to cook because number one, you're going to impress everybody, but you're also going to learn fundamental skills to look after yourself. So I'm going to say that's the reason to go for it. Because if you can take eggs, flour, a little bit of oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of water, and you make dough,
right.
pasta, it doesn't matter. It almost doesn't matter what the... Yeah.
You promised me you would do a ghost moment with Ryle.
Ghost moment?
Hey,
You did
Ryle.
promise me.
What's that?
You're about to find out.
Should I not be
Let's
asking?
not tell him before.
I don't know if I want to find out.
I'm a bit jealous, but okay.
I'm scared. Should I be scared, guys?
When we knead dough, okay? The purpose of kneading dough is to stretch the fibers and then to kind of bring it back. And during that process, you tenderize the dough itself. You're making it less... It should end up being smooth. So, it's like kind of like a push and a pull.
Doesn't know.
Push. Look how they're working
I'm so
out.
scared.
There you go. That's all you got to do. But I have now got to...
You have to.
Did you watch Ghost?
Ghost? No.
Demi Moore, Patrick Swayze?
Oh, yeah, remember that. Yeah.
I now need you to be Megan and I have to demonstrate...
Go.
Like...
Just close your eyes.
Okay. All right, so you my hands, right?
Should I be here for this?
I'll be your hands.
Your hands
Right.
also have to be, you know?
Wait, how?
does it
Yes.
work?
Okay, it's your hands, and I think it's my hands over your hands. Okay, don't make it awkward and don't make eye contact. Don't make it awkward, don't make eye contact. Just take the...
Okay.
There, go.
Okay.
This is not how it went with us, by the way.
How did it go with you guys? How was your version?
It was full on.
This is good enough. This is good enough. This is good enough. Ryle did a great job. So now, Ryle, you are keeping your piece. Okay.
Yes.
What you're going to need to do for me now is kind of make your piece a little more manageable, a little more, make it look not like a little more like a ball, okay?
Okay, so maybe a little bit smaller?
You can, absolutely.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, we're going to start feeding it through our pasta machine now. So we're going to go a little bit of flour. That's going to stop the dough from actually sticking. We're going to go to our widest setting because we're going to start from wide, work our way down to small. Okay.
As in the width of the sheet.
Yes.
Okay, so Chef Clem is going to put that in while our student over here, Ryle, definitely takes some notes. It's already looking fantastic, and we'll continue with this on the other side of this break. Don't break the equipment, Chef Clem. We can't wait for some more Culinary Hotline bling. And also some kitchen goodness with Woolies coming your way straight after this. What for?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. See, I promised just a short break, and now we're back in the kitchen because right now we are still with Clem and Meg Pedro. Earlier, they showed us how to make pasta from scratch. It looks fantastic. And now they're definitely taking things up to the next level. They're going to show me how to whip up a rich, cheesy bechamel sauce, and it really is the perfect partner to that homemade pasta. But I'm hearing some boiling water, and I'm seeing some raw pasta. So I think we also got to make the pasta.
Absolutely. So, Meg, you're going to just demonstrate how we got our beautiful shape of pasta.
Oh, yeah,
Am I?
please.
It is. And did someone put the bowl on it?
Ta-da! I wouldn't say it was me, but maybe it was me. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. It should be okay. Hey.
Just add some more character.
What?
Yes, to the pasta.
Okay, so this is Carissa's characterful pasta.
Thank you.
So what we're going to do now is, we've passed it through the first side of the machine, basically to take our pasta dough and to shrink it down, make it thinner, until we got these beautiful long sheets.
Wow.
Then what you do is you add some flour to it so it doesn't stick.
Okay.
If it
If we
does,
stop here, is this lasagna?
Same, I was literally going to ask you that.
see,
Right?
C. This is lasagna. Okay, there we go. So you made a lasagna sheet, but we're going to turn it, we need pasta. So you can turn this into farfalle, you can turn it into linguine, fettuccine, whatever you want to turn it
How
into.
about macaroni?
It's the accent for me.
You could, but you don't have an extruder or something that would force it out and slice it and you get the macaroni shape. Okay, but you can make a ravioli tortellini, all of it. This is the sheet.
That's the one.
And
I'm
now we're
holding.
going to go one down. I mean, we're going to slice it up. So I've got a finer side to slice, and then the larger side. We're going to go larger side.
Is this your machine?
No, it's not. But guess what? I'm taking it home. Okay, there we go. So get that in there. And then you just got to get your angle right, and then it just starts feeding by itself.
Okay.
Then maybe your wife could just help you.
Maybe your wife can be your right-hand man.
There we go, there we go, there we go. Is it happening?
Yes.
Is it happening? Cool. So all you got to do,
Tagliatelle.
you got to do, keep on spinning,
Wow.
spinning.
You did say you dance and sing in the kitchen.
You know, Ryle's always a sport. Ryle's busy reading in the background. He's doing important things with the news, but we just drop the beat in the kitchen and one man starts.
We have to keep it on theme.
That is
I love it. Ryle is a vibe. Okay, so
This is stunning.
pasta's done. What you can do is your guests are coming over, right? I like on the shelves, whatever, I just like having pasta just drape. So as they come in, there's just pasta draping in your kitchen. You're feeling like Nigella Lawson. You're rocking it. You're going with it.
And just as cute.
Then you give them a bowl and you say, "What's your friend?" I don't know. Farron,
I've got
Farron,
friends.
Farron, Farron.
I've got friends.
Yeah, Farron,
Shade.
Farron, here's your pasta bowl. Walk around and harvest your pasta. Then they go and do that, and then they come to you with a pot of hot water, and then you drop the pasta. And while that's busy happening, you got the warm sauce on the side.
Wow.
And then you scoot over, and then she says, "Please, can I have some more?"
Some more, Sam.
And there's like a garnish station. Pasta parties, guys, are actually how it's at, purely because of our
don't
cost
wanna
effective.
work.
You don't have to do the work, and it's
Yeah.
so cost effective.
Okay.
So let's make some pasta.
But
I want
the
to know.
water, the
Water.
big tip that you always gave me
Yeah.
is, I mean, we are very far from Italy, right? So you need to salt the water like the Mediterranean.
It's just, you gotta get it salty. You gotta really season it. This is the first chance for that pasta to get some extra seasoning in there. And I'm gonna ask Tiffany if I can
Can I
get
go
some,
in directly?
if I can get some more salt.
Oh, okay.
Hoi.
Oh.
And then,
Wow, these are long strands of pasta. I can't
right?
wait for my head.
And the cool thing is, if you're making pasta from scratch and you're making it for your family, you can decide how thin you want the pasta, how long you want the pasta.
Okay.
And if you want to, like, I took it all the way down to the thinnest setting before we sliced the pasta. If you want to have some chunky pasta, because you like...
I do love that.
So this would have been double the thickness
Like
at my
udon
house.
noodles or something like that.
Bigger than udon.
Okay.
Like, make like a thick and chunky.
Like a ribbon.
There we go.
Thick and
Ooh.
I'm here for it. What are these called?
That was my nickname in high school. Okay, back to work. So, skillet,
What are these called?
noodles, pasta.
No, you gave me all the list of names.
Oh, tagliatelle.
Tagliatelle.
We're going to do a beautiful bechamel,
Okay.
which is a plain white sauce. Then we're going to add some cheese to it and make it a cheese sauce. Super simple. Butter goes in. And the ratio, this is actually the first recipe. Like, I stood with Meg making bechamel. She made
Hotel, school kitchen,
Yeah.
huge pots.
So we made the pasta because she did an open lasagna, butternut open lasagna layered.
Ooh, I can't wait to taste that
So
one day.
this one, and that's such an important recipe to learn, because if you can make a bechamel, your sauces, your sauce arsenal
sauce game.
becomes just never ending.
I will say we grew up saying it's white sauce. That was the
Yeah,
name of
yeah.
it. Thank you so much, Tiff,
Thank
our
you.
kitchen
Thank you,
fairy.
Tiffany!
Now it can be Cam's Bay Ocean. Let's throw some more.
There we go. Keep that. So,
Yeah, we grew up
Cam's
eating.
very salty.
I don't know. I've never drank the water.
Don't drink
The water. Barely been in the water because it's so cold.
Okay.
But we called it white sauce, and it was always challenging because sometimes you have lumps in it. Sometimes it tastes a bit like you can taste the flour in it.
Right.
So the ratio is important.
The ratio is important. For me, the butter goes in, and when it just starts to melt, the flour goes in.
Okay.
When you add the flour, when there's some moisture of butter in the pan, the flour locks onto that oil, onto the moisture, and stops it from bonding to become the lumps and clumps.
Yes.
But it does mean you need to keep your eye on it and still stir, because if you can look at it now, we technically don't have any lumps or bumps. What you're seeing that looks like a lump now is actually butter.
Okay,
So that's the thing. You just got to kind of stick with it. And we're not using a whisk. If you stick with it and you could monitor your temperature, which I'm not doing now, turn it down a bit, you're going to be
pressure.
good. Now, milk. Some people watching you,
I'm
some
watching you.
people like to warm the milk up with a bit of bay leaf, a little bit of onion to do that. Do that.
That's nice.
I'm gonna add a little bit of water. As you add the milk, it's gonna start thickening up.
And you do milk bit by bit.
Bit by bit. So people get a bit like, but why is it getting thicker when I'm adding liquid? So you're hydrating that flour. You're making mealie meal. You're making mealie meal. But we want to add it gradually. And that way it hydrates gradually and you're less likely to end up with lumps. If you
Right.
do have any lumps, perfectly fine. Because we did that trick with the butter in the beginning.
Yeah.
So get a whisk, you just whisk it through and you'll see everything will kind of just
Whisk
disappear.
the lumps out.
There we
Lumps
go.
out.
There we go. Okay, how's our pasta doing?
The pasta, how do I know it's ready? It's rising to the top.
I'm gonna give you this one.
Yeah.
There we go. And then, love, we are going to, you can take one out and give it a taste. Tell me what you're tasting in texture-wise.
Careful, careful.
Okay.
But
Good.
it's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, that's looking
So
good.
we don't throw it on the wall here. Don't do that.
I didn't even know that was a trick, otherwise I would have done it.
So that old myth is that if you throw the pasta and it sticks to the wall, it's good.
What am I looking for?
Okay, you're looking for a beautiful chew. It doesn't have to be chewy all the way through. It can be a little bit of a resistance on it. This should be done, though, by the way.
Yeah, it's like al dente, but
It's al
good.
dente? Okay.
You wanna taste?
You
You
can
wanna
take it
try?
out. We can take it out. Here you go.
Ooh, beautiful.
so
Oh, wow.
romantic.
Oh, wow.
Lady and the Trump. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Ah!
I just turned around to see where's Raul.
It's right here.
He's in the corner. All right. So, very quickly, this is looking good now. We're going to start adding a little bit.
Hydrate the flour.
Hydrate the flour. No lumps. We're going to start adding our cheese. Okay.
How's the pasta?
Good. Can come out. Can come out.
Okay.
We're going mature cheddar. What do you need? Here you go.
I'm gonna take it out. There we go. I was gonna
This
use
is
my
why
fingers.
you need more than one person in the kitchen.
And it's fun. It's so much fun. Okay, May, can I get your mature cheddar?
Of course.
Okay, we're gonna add some cheese in. The cheddar's gotta be mature. You gotta make sure it's over 18. And then we're gonna get into some kitchen talk
You're actually
in
right.
just a little bit. It is over 18 months, isn't it?
18
go.
months.
18 months. I knew it.
So we're going to come back and wrap this all up?
We are. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Let's get into our Good Morning Post for today, because it's a goodie. And we pose this question to you, Mzansi. Cooking together as a couple, romantic bonding time or recipe for chaos? And we've asked you to please be honest and share your stories and voice notes with us. This is a place of non-judgment, so you did exactly that. Came on through and let us see a little insight into your life. Well, Nama Bana says good morning. Good morning, Nama. To our awesome Expresso teams, cooking together might not always be easy, but with love and with patience, it can be a recipe for success. I love that, Nama. I think with enough patience, anything is possible. Ntaba Singh also says, a kitchen is one of my favorite spaces with whole lots of recipes to explore your creativity, not only for couples, but also for families to have fun and create memories. I couldn't agree more with you, Ntaba Singh. Thank you for weighing in. Cindy, too, saying, good morning, fam. I cook alone, but don't need disaster in the kitchen. I like that, Cindy. I like a woman who knows exactly what she wants and gets those results. Lolita says, good morning, Expresso team. I prefer being alone in the kitchen. Cooking as a couple can be completely chaotic. I don't have patience. Lolita, I get you completely. They do say that cooking together is really good for you. Apparently, up to 80% of couples have agreed that it creates intimacy and great bonding time. Also fosters good communication, but I get you. If you're on the other side of that, it can be a natural disaster. But speaking about our couple goals, let's focus on the good. Let's get back to the kitchen with Clem and Meg.
Yeah, back one last time to do something special. It's Pedro time in the kitchen. We've created a beautiful pasta with bechamel sauce. I tried some of it. I almost died. It was that good. So I'm hoping that this dessert...
It's hot.
Is it hot?
It's
Oh,
hot.
God.
And we haven't dished it out yet to the beautiful platter.
Have we not officially even served this?
No, they
Oh,
haven't seen it yet.
Oh, wow.
So this is it. It's amazing. That sauce is kind of soaked into the pasta.
Oh, yeah.
Because Carissa cooked the pasta to perfection. This is the final, like,
Well,
look.
this is the final
You can totally add some chives or parsley.
My
extra
word.
cheese. What I do is I take a little bit of the pasta water. If it sits up like this, a little bit of pasta water, stir it through, you're
Oh,
good.
just to get it mellowed out again.
There.
Okay, I
And
got you.
I wouldn't even like dish this into bowls. Like this is,
Just al dente it, like...
this is, yeah.
Yeah.
This is literally just on the couch.
Those are pasta manners
You
right
got a
there.
fork, I got a fork, and there we go. That's it.
I love
no
that.
dishes. This dish is a banger. We've been trying to fight people off the whole time, so put it to the side. We'll share afterwards. Now,
Oh, guys, Expresso should have come for that. Let me tell you that it's not a pasta and a sauce. It's somehow like the pasta and the sauce married each other, had an infusion, they danced, and now they're celebrating in the pot, and
That's
you get to chow
only
that.
what you get when you cook together.
The secrets are
Exactly.
being revealed right here.
Exactly.
The culinary conundrums have shown up, and this is what it's about. Do it together, have fun, and create an experience. So let's do that with banana bread.
Yes.
Because since, let's say, like lockdown,
Yes.
people have started to perfect this. It was numero uno on the bread list. And I want to see how the Pedros do it, because y'all can't just make a basic banana bread, surely.
so the taste banana bread that went viral.
Oh, yeah.
Was mine.
Was that
my recipe.
was?
Yes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the reason it's not actually because of me, it's because of Meg. Because during lockdown, when I got COVID, literally for a whole month, the only thing I could eat was this banana bread, and it was Meg that had to make it for me. So it's such a great skill to learn how to make banana bread.
Sure,
If
what-
you can
what a-
learn this basic recipe, you can transform it into like so many different things.
What a
And when he
bit-
says
yeah.
basic, it really is, because I am not a baker. I do not enjoy baking. I think there's 30,000 dishes at the
Wait,
end of
say
it
that
for
again.
one.
You don't enjoy
I'm
baking.
not a baker. I don't find it therapeutic, but this,
Yeah.
it is so easy. It is foolproof. It is just the one.
I feel like that was such a beautiful blessing in disguise, because you got
Me?
the opportunity to eat
When I came into her
banana
life,
bread.
guys, obvious. But I'm gonna just say I was equally as blessed. It's like,
No, bro, but I'm picturing that moment, eating banana bread every day and having Meg perfect the recipe to the point of like this right here. Hey guys, there's a silver lining in it at least, and I'm grateful that we now get to share it with Mzansi. So what's happening here?
yeah, what's happening here? Tiffany, where in the world did you get these bananas from? They are rock hard. It's like it came from an article. Look what's happening to the fork. It's like, it's just,
You need to bring in some ripe and ready bananas.
Can you bring me a garden fork, a spade, a jackhammer,
a pickaxe?
NutriBullet, a pickaxe? Here she comes. Oh my word, Tiffany. We're just ripping into you because of these hard bananas. However,
Can you hear that? You can hear her biting into one now.
oh,
Taste. Oh, goodness.
so listen, yes, South Africa. Just listen to this banana. Listen.
No.
Okay, South Africa at home.
I was eating cheese.
You were eating cheese. Quick tip, South Africa, at home, if your bananas are still a little hard, while they're still in the skins, pop them in the air fryer or the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. The sugars inside the banana start to develop, it starts to caramelize, that banana flavor comes out, even though you're working with a banana that is not actually at its ripest point. So that's a good hack. I mean, the thing is, if you're going to the
that's a nice
store,
hack, yeah.
and the funny thing is, if you want to make a banana bread, you go into the store now to find a ripe brownish banana, you're not going to find it. Thank you, Tiffany. Tiffany!
Can I just say, I feel embarrassed. There's two men in the kitchen out here. We had to call Tiffany to pulp out and mash this banana. Bro, we need to get to the gym.
We're going to the gym.
We need to put the work in, man.
We are going
Thank you so
to
much, Tiffany.
the gym. Yes, okay, cool. So,
Oh, you're keeping that one for me.
I'm giving that for you. Okay, perfect.
Wait,
Pop
hold
it
up
aside.
now. Is
You're
that...
gonna pop that onto,
Reveal that later?
and you're gonna
Okay.
halve that.
Yes, it's going to be the
Long
decoration
ways.
that goes on the top.
Well, at the bottom, because remember you're turning it around when you present this.
Oh,
right?
okay, right.
Wait.
So we're
what?
literally gonna pop it
Yeah.
at the bottom. Exactly. And then that caramelizes. So when it's in the oven and you turn out your banana bread, it is in the top.
I got you. I thought
Okay.
you just pull it out like that. That makes absolute sense. So we have the banana at the top, nice and caramelized. We are continuing to work with our butter and sugar mix. You pop some eggs in there, yeah?
And I really don't mix it too much because when it goes into the oven, that sugar literally just melts by itself. And,
Okay. So you weren't lying when you said this is easy. Like the
is so
recipe
easy.
does its work for itself.
It really does.
Absolutely.
And this is not vanilla essence, this is caramel essence because again, caramel with the banana. Ooh,
That's
it is a
new.
match
No one's
made in
done
heaven.
that.
And it's
okay.
right next to the vanilla essence.
It's right. You're just standing out
It's like,
saying,
he's
hey,
here?
No one sees it.
come over here, guys. Try me out. Well, another
also-
reason to try caramel. What else would you, apart from like cakes and stuff,
Smell
is there
that.
anywhere else you'd
Yeah.
use caramel essence?
So you would use it in...
Right?
If you wanted to flavor a cake, you could use that in the icing itself. Do like a caramel buttercream. If you wanted,
Sure.
without making a caramel, if you wanted to just do like a funky take on a milk.
I was going to say like milk-based desserts, yogurts,
Yeah.
frozen sort of ice creamy things that are creamy. Whoa, guys, you need to look out for the caramel right next
Caramel essence.
right next to the vanilla. What are you waiting for? That is a beautiful flavor profile. Right,
Baking
Clem, talk us
powder.
through here. What's happening?
Baking powder, flour, and
Little bit of salt.
little bit of salt is in there. So now, I'm missing.
Actually,
Okay.
always salt when you are baking. Even when Clem makes my hot chocolate at night, it is a little bit of salt on the top. It unleashes chocolate flavor.
Chocolate and salt, let's be honest here.
Unbelievable.
Come on now, yeah.
So look at that. We really, I mean, you're not faffing. It's again like the pasta.
And I like the mix is actually quite malleable. It's got like a nice, good viscosity. It's not too thick. So you can really work with this one quite easily.
We're supposed to chop the nuts, but hey.
Well, I guess it's so easy. You don't even have to follow the steps of the recipe.
If you've got your teeth just flaunted, why not?
Listen, Clem, while you're popping that mix into the baking tray, we've got so many people that have come through, obviously, with comments to praise you and to ask some questions. And we got Namabana over here. I love your name, Namabana. And she says, you go, Chef Clem and Chef Pedro. Love seeing you both share your passion for food with the world. And I'm going to echo that statement because, honestly, when I look towards inspiration, and even when I was looking to get engaged, looking at men that I could look up to, looking at couples that I want to aspire to, you literally were right there on the pedestal. It was it was you, because there's not many men that are not failing us in this day and time. So kudos to you for being the man I can look up to, and being a couple that I just want to replicate in terms of the goodness, the wholesomeness, and the vibes. And I think that's what Nama's representing here, is the fact that we love seeing your authenticity and the way it is made.
Ryan.
I mean that, man.
This is yours.
Oh, my work is done. My plan is worked.
Just to like follow up on what you said, I think that a lot of people feel today when a husband and a wife are very passionate about each other, or compassionate, they look at the guy and go, he's whipped, he's whipped.
Yeah, bro, yes.
But there's a
What is
thing though,
that?
why would you not be whipped if you're choosing the person you spend the rest of your life with? It's not an easy decision, so please be whipped. Please be whipped.
This is 14 years, and we've never laughed harder. Like it literally is just every single day you're choosing that person. You're choosing to show up as your best self. And also, I think one of the most important things that we've always done is outserve one another. So do something that just makes the other one. I've never run a bath for myself in 14 years. I can tell you that right now. It's constantly outserve.
Yeah,
Oh, the
it's my
whisk.
favorite.
He whisks my bubbles.
But here's the
Bro,
thing.
We have a bath.
Well done.
Yeah.
Men, are you listening? Guys, are you paying attention?
Details.
I know the last one to share. I got advice from Brian Umtongana, Siba Licious,
Yes, yeah.
Siba's husband. He said, and I'm going to put it in these exact words, I'm quoting him, never stop chasing your wife. If you're from Cape Town, you know what I mean. Never stop pursuing your wife as a girlfriend.
I love that.
It's that continuous effort, intention, that's what keeps the marriage alive years later.
And we see that when we walk into church
Hey!
with them and their family. They
You see
are in
Siba,
love,
Brian,
they
and all
are
those
happy.
kids? Things are going well. Things are going well. There's chasing happening there. Umtongana house, there's lots of chasing going on. But it's magic, it's magic. And it's that love you share for each other, and that we bless you so much, and Mal, because it is so exciting. We love love.
But listen, I think everybody does, and that's what Mzansi gets inspired by. So thank you for being a role model of a couple. Let me just finish taking down my notes, okay? Expresso.com recipe, add lots of love, keep chasing your wife. Guys, pay attention. These are the things that make success, and we're not talking about recipes, we're talking about love. So if you wanted some more tips, then you need to pay attention and keep plugging in your Feel Good Breakfast Show, because both of these incredible souls are constantly visiting us, sharing bars of gold that we can just absorb. So before we get too distracted in all the love going on here, are we done with this?
Oven or air fryer, 30, 35 minutes, you're done.
You're done.
Let it cool down, slice
Actually,
it, serve
a
it.
little bit sooner. I always go a little bit sooner under.
Get a little bit of the gooiness still. All right, well, listen, we're going to get baking. This is how we finish off a 3-course meal. Well, a 2-course meal, we'll call the bechamel at a course because it's that good. So, Mzansi, expressoshow.com. We're here for love. We're here for the Culinary Hotline. And this officially was the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting!
All you can make